Happy Sunday, boys and girls. Guys, it's Brendan from Market Makers. Welcome to the Sunday show, my favorite show of the week. I hope everybody's either nursing hangovers or having a very relaxing Sunday. Good family weekend, good boyfriend, girlfriend, social weekend, boating weekend, beach weekend. I hope you guys enjoyed it at some level. All right, let's talk about Bitcoin, guys, because lots of events are coming up this week. We have Fed Chair Powell speaking at Jackson Hole on Friday. I think he's going to come off a little bit harsher because he intentionally was dovish last time, triggered these face ripper rallies in the marketplace, the market pricing in that pivot narrative driven heavily by the media. 3-to-1 bullish stories over bearish stories were printed. And of course, everything pretty much pumped up, as you guys know, to the 200 on the daily, and the S&P and the Russell and the Dow, the NASDAQ not quite reaching it. And then they all start to sell off Friday, and Bitcoin, of course, fell down immediately as well. So guys, Friday's video, I put out a quick video because so many people were requesting it, and we went over Dow theory a little bit. I want to show you this because I found some interesting market symmetry, okay? And I'm going to show you the Gann price pulse pattern with Fibonacci in relation to the Dow theory as well. I thought this would be fun to do. I think you guys will get a kick out of this. Let's look at this fib retracement. If we go to the beginning of the bull run, again, the pandemic low, right? Real clear starting point, beginning of the bull run. Dow theory, 3 key retracement levels, 33%, 50%, 66%. After 66%, it's a market reversal, okay? And the natural halving and doubling in the market, 50%, 100%. So let's look at this. Let's identify a key quadrant. 50% candle right here. Don't know why I drew the line that way. 50% candle. You see that? You wicked below it. You settled almost on the dollar at the 50 at 34,378. So here's your 50% retracement from your first impulse wave. Next move down, 50% retracement gets you this quadrant. After you get that quadrant, bear with me, guys. You're going to enjoy this. After you get that quadrant, you grab your fib retracement. Now we have our previous all-time high to that swing low. Remember, halving and doubling in the marketplace. So this move down went back up a 100% retracement. You see this? Just over 100% retracement. Again, you got a wick above it, candle body settling down pretty close to the one fib at 64,899. So let's go ahead and continue this thought process, and I'll show you guys this. So if we take our swing low to that next high, which happens to be your all-time high, let's see where we got our levels. Did we get a 50% retracement? Yes, we did. This candle right here on the beginning of the sell-off, this is where you got way down below, even below the 618, but look where the actual candle body closed, almost on the 50% retracement level. So you see what's happening here. You have 50% retracement here, 100% retracement here, 50% retracement here, and where's the 100% retracement? Down here, that 28.8. By the way, guys, not a coincidence, heavy accumulation area. Heavy accumulation area for Bitcoin for multiple weeks. And of course, this would be a distribution box in Wyckoff, but again, multiple weeks up in this area, right? So this is all Dow theory. Now, what happens after 100%? Enter Fibonacci. So in Fibonacci, guys, 618. After the 618, you have a bias to go to the 1 fib. Again, primary fib trading, 100% move. Now, after the 100% move, do you guys know what you get? Anybody have this? Let's see. The 1618, guys, you get the golden ratio. You get phi. After a 100% move, your bias is to come down to phi. Where is phi? 39.56. Do you see that? 39.56 is the next bias for the marketplace, and that again would be obviously sub 10K Bitcoin. What's interesting about the 39.56? Well, let me show you guys. This is a good question. 39.56 on Fibonacci, and real quick, you can do this as a cheat. 100% retracement from the beginning of the bull run to the all-time high. Where does that land you? 38.58, $98 apart. Obviously, it's going to land you back here because that's a 100% retracement. 38.58 is $98 apart from the 1618 on an impulse move back down. Do you see that? Fibonacci, Dow, perfect marriage. Okay, well, you're thinking, well, Brendan, that's all interesting, but how does this actually play into the marketplace? You have these movements. Have they happened before? What's the pattern? Well, guys, let's go back to 2018. 2018, some of you were just wee little lads. some of these YouTubers were in primary school still. But let's go ahead and look at this. So 2018. All right. So guys, what do we have here? Beginning of the bull run up to your all-time high at that point. Where's your 50%? Let me zoom in. Where's your 50%? You have your sell-off. Look at that. The 50% candle is right there. You see that? Just within $300-400 hitting there. So there's your 50%, 10,825. So let's go ahead and take this off. We're going to do the same exact measurement, the same exact way. So going from that first 50% retracement after that initial high, going to your next swing high. Look at this, okay? Let's look at this. So we have the 1618. 1618, which Bitcoin used as a base all the way from February 2018 all the way to November of 2018. You can see it used this as its base. Bitcoin is going to do this exact same move in the exact same market pattern, coming down to the 1618, which in this case was 6211, which in the case of the current bull run will be 3956. The exact same measurement, trading the exact same Gann price pulse pattern. And here's that price pulse pattern, guys. You have 3 impulse waves followed by an ABC correction. This is not Elliott wave theory. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, ABC correction here at the end. Do you see that? Let's go ahead and go over this, and I'll draw it really quickly on the current bull run utilizing ABC so you can see this, okay? Because this is amazing. This is exact same pattern that Bitcoin played out last time. Regardless of what's happening with the Fed, regardless of what's happening with conflict in the world, you see market symmetry and natural law of 3 trading over and over again. So here's our 50% retracement. Let's go ahead and put this back on here. After that initial impulse wave, up to your next high, your 1618 gets you at 3956. And I'll draw the Gann impulse pattern, guys. Law of 3 trading. Let's go ahead and draw this ABC, make this faster. So beginning of our wave, impulse 1, impulse 2, impulse 3. ABC correction follows. Got to do the beginning here, down here, up there. And this C wave will come all the way down to the 1618 at 3956. Now, does this have to do this next week? No. Does this have to do this in 3 months? No. Does Bitcoin have to do this pattern at all? No. The answer is no. But what you have is market symmetry, and I do believe Bitcoin will repeat this pattern. I can get there with trend-based fib. I can get there with Dow theory using basic fib retracements. I can get there looking at the previous market pattern, guys. This makes sense to me. 3956. I know it's super low, and you can completely disagree, but this is where price will end up. And just keep in mind, right now, the S&P is only down 10% from its all-time high, and Bitcoin is trading at 21.6 with the S&P only down 10%. What do you think will happen when the S&P dumps another 40%? And right now for declination in price, let's go ahead and measure this, where you are off your all-time high. You are currently roughly 68.89%, so almost 70%, and you got down, of course, minus 75%. So again, you're going to come down to this level, guys, just because I do believe the market environment trading in this 3 sigma bubble with all that Fed money in there, guys, is going to bring all this back down. Bitcoin dominance right now is roughly like 39.6, 39.7. It hasn't been below 39.5, by the way, since back June, July of 2018. We have over 20,000 altcoins. You have outflows coming out of crypto. Remember, this is a risk asset as viewed by the large operators in this space. So just be aware of that. This will be a legging action. You're going to have these rises up, rises down, rises up, rises down, but this will be your end goal just like last run, and you're going to use this most likely as some type of support level, and eventually, guys, we'll have the next run. And this, people always ask me, where are you accumulating? I'm accumulating down at what I believe will be a bottom. And we are not at a bottom while these other markets still have to pull down. Okay, that's the difference between me and a lot of the other crypto people. I'm tying this to the other markets because I know the market cycle we are trading in will pull these markets down, and this can take months. The dot-com bubble took over 2 years to play out, and it had 20% plus rallies in the NASDAQ. We just had face ripper rallies. I do anticipate all these markets turning back down And when they do, Bitcoin will find a true bottom, and that's where I'll accumulate. And until then, I'm just going to trade. Let's bounce over to the daily, guys. Let's look at some support resistance real quick, and we'll just go over a couple of key things. Because for me, I want to see what these markets are going to do here when futures open. Let's do a trend-based fib. If futures are red and they continue to sell, the market open could very well be red tomorrow. If they start to recover a little bit, we're going to look at where they could recover to. 1618 from this double top, you land it just below it, 21,481, and you're just above it right now, 21,616. This is that trend line coming down from the all-time high, guys. And again, you just always want to be aware of where your support resistances are. I'm not doing anything with Bitcoin this weekend as I want to see what the greater markets are doing. Let's throw on that Nubia. And of course, we fell right down to our support line here, the VWAP strategy. And then if you look at this, our sell lines are up here. Interesting. It's an interesting little indicator. Let's look at our VPVR again. And again, remember, look at the volume. We don't have any other candles to pull in here, guys. That's the thing with this, right? We don't look at the volume where we got to. We fell just to the volume support, this spiky bottom. Remember, you can pull in all these candles, and there's nothing here until you go all the way back to the beginning of the bull run. There's nothing here because you're trading below. You're basically in price discovery and dissension, okay? So I'm looking at this current trend of candles, and we fell right to our volume support, wick below, trying to hold this quadrant, and a lot of this will depend on what happens in these markets tomorrow. Let's check out our money flow. Money flow, time segmented volume, turned bearish. Looking at the money flow, turned bearish, trying to pump back up to the median line underneath the resistance cloud. Key thing to see here, though, guys, on the 4-hour time frame, I covered this Friday. This is key resistance now, your 200, 233, 150. And again, why is that key resistance? Because in primary downtrends, these give you the biggest trades on the 4-hour time frame. When this primary downtrend kicks back in full effect, you get trades like this, where you get price coming back above it, this whole quadrant, and you get big moves down, okay? This is how I captured that 48,266 trade. 46% drop after that. And you see this all in trend, and it did it last summer as well when we went in that primary downtrend. You will find these areas where price touches the 200, 233, and you get big moves down on 150 here. Look at this. So be aware of this on the 4-hour time frame, because these will trigger big trades if the primary downtrend continues. Let's go ahead and flip over to ETH really quickly. Ethereum entered back its Wyckoff trading range, got a down thrust, and of course you just want to try to hold in this range, keep some type of bullish momentum. Your 150, 233 are above you. Obviously with Bitcoin, you know, if Bitcoin does sell off more, it's going to pull other things down. Ethereum on the 4-hour. Let's look at the Russell. Now, markets were closed all weekend, guys, but just a quick recap. We could do a retracement here. We had our sell-off. We got to the 200, got to the 1618 at 1996. We could come back up, retest the 200, the 1618, and then make our double top shape like we do over and over in trend. You see it over and over again, coming up and down. And Dow, same thing, got above the 200. It made a start to make the first part of a double top, as you can see. Got above the 200, above the 1618, 33.9, and we could retrace back up to retest the 1618, 200 quadrant again. S&P, this is the one to watch. $2 trillion in options expiration on Friday. A lot of that money was tied right here with the 200, right at that 4,300 level, and of course started selling off. Want to see if we bounce back up, come back down again. We'll find out, and tonight we'll start setting the stage. NASDAQ never made it to the 200, guys, resting on the 150. Could see the same thing. Watch for that. Stocks 50 in Europe, also same move, got up to long-term resistance. 2618 in the case of Stocks 50 off this little baby double bottom. 2618, and it's retracing, looking for this to come back down as well. And of course, guys, the DXY just as predicted, pumped up, and it's opening up right now as I'm making this video. Pumped up right where I predicted to the top of that Gann channel. We'll see if the DXY holds up here, maybe breaks through or uses this as support, the 1618, tries to make a cup pattern and come up. I'm looking at it going to the 2618 at 109 spot 560. Everything else, guys, oil's still in a downtrend, gold still in a downtrend, silver in a downtrend, commodities overall in a downtrend. Hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely smash the like, hit the subscribe. Another video coming tomorrow, my friends. Talk to you guys tomorrow.